Hello and welcome, or should I say ho ho ho. The festive period is well and truly upon us here at IQX, so we thought it would be a great idea to show you how you can send Christmas mailers from IQX, so you don't need to spend a fortune on stamps or get a sore hand writing each one individually. The first thing you want to do is outside of IQX, and that's design what you want to send. I've just created in a Word document here a basic template, a sort of festive image, and the message I want. If you are layering text upon pictures, it's a good idea to use something like the snipping tool to take a snip of the whole image so that when you do send it, everything stays in place, because sometimes when you layer it up, the formatting can get lost when you send your mailer. So I've got my mailer here and I'm happy with that. So the next thing I need to do is decide who I want to send it to. You can use these mailers for various different things. You can say thank you to your clients for working with you in the last year, thank you for your temps working with you, or actually even to contact your temps and let them know that there's going to be a change in the payroll process because of bank holidays and things like that. So you may want to send your mailer to your temps that you've got working at the moment. And you can do that in the temp desk, clicking on the temps tab and changing it from current pool to working in week. You can then use the process button here at the top and choose to process your temps. And it'll take them through to your person selector where the mail image button is available for you there. Alternatively, if your clients do a lot of authorising timesheets, particularly if they're on the web, or if they send the timesheets in directly to you rather than the candidates, then you can also contact them, and this time instead of choosing temp, choose contacts, and it'll take it through to the contact selector to send where you've got your mail merge option there. As well as passing on useful information about bank holidays and payrolls, and when your office is closed, you may also want to contact your candidates that have worked with you in the past. Maybe they're not working with you just now, but they have this year, so you want to just keep in touch with them, let them know that you're thinking of them, and that maybe there'll be more something available for them next year. To do that, you would open your person selector and choose search. And you can use various different criteria here. So for example, you might want to have a look at people that have had a placement, either temp or perm, and in a date range. Just a reminder that you can free type in these boxes, or you can click and choose your dates, scrolling through the months as so. And it brings back the people that you've got there. So these I've had at work. It's a more general one. I don't want printing things. I can just double check how many people have got email addresses, just by using the has email address button. And if I hit search, that's 13. So I know that some, and then I can come back, I could remove it, do another count, it's 14. So I know that someone in there doesn't have an email address, so I obviously maybe don't want to send it to them, but it's good to filter them out through your searches. On your clients front, you might want to contact people who you haven't got any shifts or placements with at the moment, but you have in the last year. So you could, again, just open up your criteria. Again, we're going into vacancies and placements. This might be somewhere else on your database, but have a look through to see which criteria you've got. So you can see that we've got shifts booked. And again, I'm just going to go in 27, wrong place, in 2017. And 9th of December. And I could also, if I do a combination of shifts and placements, you could do so it's either that they've got shifts booked or they've got placements greater than 1 in the same time period. And hit a search. And there's all my client contacts that I've either booked a shift with in 2017 or I've had a placement with them in 2017. So once you have decided who you're going to send it to, it's quite good practice just to save it off as a stored selection here. Simply press save, give it a name, so you know what it is. And you've got your options of it can be everyone in your selection. If you'd chosen to exclude or include people, you could have click to highlight them, and you can choose to send it only to those or all except those as well. Also, you can save these into other people's names, so if you want to do one for yourself and one for someone else, you can just choose their name from the drop down and send it to them. The source selection is quite handy because it means you can just quickly run your search one day and save it off, but actually maybe you don't want to send it until the day after and things, or a couple of days later. You've got that ability there. So when you're ready to send, you just retrieve your selection from the Mail Merge tab, and we're going to choose New because we've saved our document outside of IQX, but it would be possible to create a template here that you could use year after year. I'm going to choose New, I'm the signatory, and here I'm going to leave it to just my subscribe marketing, but I'm going to send it to everybody, and just in case somebody appears more than once in a group, I'm just going to send them one rather than multiple. Since I've saved it outside of IQX, I'm going to load from an existing Word document. It'll give me the option to browse to, and open my document. That then opens up here so I can see it. This is all one picture because I use the snipping tool to keep it all together, but I do have the ability of adding merge fields, or I could do it above if I wanted to move it down, because you have all your fields here as well. So you can personalize these and put in dear salutation if you wanted, or you can leave it just as is like that. I'm going to send mine just as a blank one. I only want to email it where it's available. So that brings up the email box for me. You need to give it a subject. We'll leave it as HTML so that it goes as the body of the email. If you wanted to send anything else, so for example, if you had a flyer about your opening times over Christmas and New Year, you could attach another document here, but I'm just going to leave it as is. And then you've got your print selection. So you can either send or print all, so it'll print the ones without email addresses, or just send those with email addresses and ignore the rest, or just print those without addresses. So if you had split your searches into people who have an email address and those that don't, you could do two different mailers, one that goes out by email and a slightly different one with addresses on it that goes out by post if you wanted to. Also have the ability to include your IQX signature if you want. I'm going to take it off because I think it looked quite without it. When I press OK here, this is it setting up the mailer ready to go. It'll ask me if I want to create a contact event. I'm going to say yes, and then I simply hit email where available, and away they'll go. Simple as that. Okay, I'm just going to exit without saving because I don't want to save it. I'm not going to assign a different one for next year. If you want to do something a little fancier, for example, if you want to include a GIF rather than just a picture, IQX does MailChimp, and you can send your selections of candidates or contacts directly from IQX through to MailChimp through this mailer selections option here. If you have a MailChimp account and you're not yet integrated with IQX, please contact us on 01835 340 034. We can help you get set up so that you can start using MailChimp to send your mailers, but making your selections and choosing your candidates or contacts from IQX. Well, that's us. It was a nice, easy one. Just a recap on the Mail Merge webinar we have done previously. And from all of us at IQX, we hope you have a lovely festive period. Thanks now. Bye.